On today's Fit to Eat, I'll show you how to make a delicious crawfish etouffee with brown rice and an heirloom tomato cucumber salad. Rebecca Turner will show us how to add flavor to our daily water intake. We travel to Mount Olive, Mississippi on our Down on the Farm segment to see how hydroponics work. And our guest is Debra Hunter from Deep South Dining on MPB Think Radio. Stay with us. Welcome back to Fit to Eat. I'm your host, Rob Stinson. Today we have returning to the show, Debra Hunter from Deep South Dining on MPB Think Radio. Welcome to the show, Debra.
Hey.
We can't handshake, come on. Oh my goodness. All right, well today we're gonna be doing a crawfish etouffee, a little on the healthy side with brown rice.
Love it.
And then an heirloom tomato and cucumber salad.
Oh, wow.
It's delicious stuff. Now look, this is the true South.
You better know
Etouffee.
it.
But the biggest difference, and I want to point it out as we look at all the food that's out here, is no salt, first of all.
Okay.
So virtually salt-free. And then a rice flour in very minimal amount, 1 tablespoon for the entire preparation.
Oh, wow.
And that's gluten-free.
That's
So
absolutely
this
right.
works for anybody out there that has any kind of dietary restriction on gluten, like celiac. So anyhow, without any further ado, this one has quite a bit to do.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is add about 1/2 teaspoon of our oil. And you see how slow it comes out? I do that on purpose so you don't have any real quantity. Okay, the pan is obviously very hot. And the reason so we can brown our onions,
Oh, wow. My
our
favorite
celery,
sound. Woo.
and our bell pepper, otherwise known as
Holy Trinity.
the Holy
Woo.
Trinity. And I tell you what, it's always a pleasure having somebody on that knows food.
Oh, my gosh. I love this. And, of course, that smell is
It's
so
already,
amazing.
it's already starting.
Wow.
We're gonna hit it with our black pepper. All right. Our white pepper.
Uh-huh. You know I like
this
it
is a
hot.
peppery dish.
Spicy. Yes.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
We're getting hotter. Our chili pepper.
Woo. Bring it.
Our cayenne pepper. All right, so this is not for the meek. This one's got some spice in
My
it.
kind of food.
And after, let's kind of take this now and move it around a little bit. And look at that, boy, that's all that goodness getting brown. And here's the deal. Etouffee, I had the pleasure of working under a chef in New Orleans. His name was Nathaniel Burton. He was at Broussard's in his day. He's passed now. But he was the godfather of all Creole food. He was the guru, if you would. And I was so fortunate to work with him because he didn't like teaching people recipes if they wrote it down.
Oh,
and thank God in those days I was a little younger and a little quicker. I had a good memory. So anyhow, we're going to keep browning these on high heat. Now we add the garlic in because you don't want your garlic to burn. So we put that in after.
Oh, this is smelling so amazing.
Isn't it incredible?
Oh, my God.
And this is really all the flavor that you want. Now in here, fresh thyme.
Okay. You know
So
I love a little time with you.
that's right. We got a little thyme today. And then we're going to go in and put in some fresh basil.
Okay.
And
Oh, wow.
come back over here with some chopped parsley. So we got a lot of fresh herbs going on. And
Oh,
I
my
just love
goodness.
this one. Now, over here we have a couple cups of water, which we're going to use, but when we get ready, see how this is going. Tossing it all around. We want everything to brown because etouffee should be brown in color to a degree, okay?
Absolutely. But isn't this my skillet?
Oh. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Come on, let's have a little fun here. So you just got to flip and toss, and I'll give you the spatula if you need it. If you don't, you can handle it.
Oh, my
All right,
gosh.
so now listen, if you're interested in any of the recipes that you see on today's show, visit our webpage at mpbonline.org/fit-to-eat or join our Facebook page, MPB Fit to Eat. So anyhow, so
this
you know,
is definitely going to be fit to eat.
oh, this is so fit to eat. You have no idea. All right, now what we're going to do, we're going to add in, and this is the tricky part, that tomato paste. And tomato paste is really very healthy. It's just pureed tomatoes, but we want to mix it all around and let
it up a little bit.
Yeah, let it brown a little bit. And that's the one place where I kind of get real down into the pan with the spatula and move it around. Because the next thing we're going to do is deglaze this pan with some red wine. And then everybody out there is like, oh, he's got wine in it, I won't make that. You and I both know. That wine, that alcohol is long gone by the time we get any further.
And it adds such an excellent taste to the dish when it's finished.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it really does make all the difference in the world. So right now we're going to take and put that red wine in, and I just...
Oh, gosh.
And now you can stir. Now it's you. Isn't that aroma incredible? So, I mean, we're talking every time I see you about Mississippi and how great it is in the South. And this is the kind of recipe that I wish people could get an idea of, because they can eat something that's so classic and so flavorful, but yet still so healthy.
I mean, and it's such a beautiful dish. It's simply easy, really quick.
Little vegetable stock, okay? We're going to let that soak.
Oh,
and now we're going to take and just to thicken a little bit.
Now this is your rice flour.
This is rice flour, so this is gluten-free. And you notice I'm just kind of spreading it around evenly as a thickening. And all you need to do is just kind of stir it in there, and then we get to add in.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah, we're ready, man. We're ready.
Oh, I wish everybody could smell this. I know the last time we were together, we were talking about smell-o-vision, but this is so unfair to everybody else, right?
I know. It is so incredibly true. We're going to crumple just one bay leaf just to put in flavor, and we're going to add in some more juice.
Oh, wow.
All right, so now we add the water and let that reduce some. Then we're going to add a little bit more water down the road.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And I tell you what, it's getting the color that etouffee should have. You notice it?
Absolutely.
It really is.
You don't want it too yellow.
Right.
Or orange. I've seen people with those colors, and I go, what is this, right? But this is just
let me tell
gorgeous.
You, Nathaniel, in his day, working in the kitchen, if someone didn't take the time to brown the Trinity and do it right, he would walk up, grab the pan and throw the whole pan in the trash.
Oh, wow.
And just walk out the kitchen, and they'd stand there. I was kind of like, and I didn't even actually, I spent all my time working in that kitchen in my early days in the restaurant, volunteering my time. I was not getting paid to be back there. I worked banquets, but I fell in love with what went on in the kitchen.
I'm going to share this with you because I'm still in your kitchen right now, but can I say that I absolutely love the idea of volunteering your time for what you love to do. That's why I like being here at Mississippi Public Broadcasting, because I love food, I love people most of all, and Mississippi Public Broadcasting has given me both.
Isn't it wonderful?
And then I got you out of the deal, so it doesn't get...
We're rolling. All right, we're going to add just a little bit more water, and that when that simmers down.
That's it?
I mean, is that amazing? And look at that.
My
you know,
goodness.
the really neat part about this dish is etouffee can cook and simmer all day if you want it to.
And it just gets thicker.
It does.
The roux gets
thicker.
But
what I love about this is now we can kind of turn the heat to a low position and just let this simmer. And then we're going to work when we, you know, get a little further in the show on doing the brown rice and the salad. And by the time you're done, you've got just this perfectly balanced meal. Now look at that color.
I mean, the color is just absolutely gorgeous.
So, you know, in the South, there's really three that I love. I love shrimp Creole. I love crawfish etouffee. And you gotta love gumbo.
You gotta love gumbo.
So I bet in your background you have made gumbo and you love gumbo.
I've made gumbo before. I've actually done all these dishes before, but all of these are definitely staples that you can find here in Mississippi.
Absolutely.
They go along with our blues and jazz music. I mean, and then you live in Biloxi. It's beautiful beaches. I'm so jealous. Oh my gosh.
So, right now, it's been such kind of fun to be down there with the excitement of seeing growth going on in the Gulf Coast. And I think it's exciting for the state, because all that helps the revenue of our state, you know, so.
And then you've got these amazing restaurants there,
I love
my
Biloxi
God.
on the water.
Yes.
You know, we have 3 places there now. We have a new one called Baja Beach.
Say Baja.
Baja Beach, kind of
yes.
a Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
We have the Reef, which is classic seafood, overlooking with a beautiful view. And then we have one called Beach Bums, which is kind of just fun and family, frivolity, you know, sports on the beach, playing in the sand, you know. So a little bit of all of that.
I mean, but it's just Mississippi is everything that the world is looking for. I mean, we got great
Well,
beaches.
we hope.
We got great
All right, well,
food.
what we're going to do, let me talk about something real quick, because I've got registered dietitian Rebecca Turner, and she's got some great ideas on how to make your water taste great and still stay healthy. Isn't this awesome?
Absolutely.
Water has been credited for being the reason for life on Earth. All of our fabulous creatures, including us humans, rely on water more than any other substance to maintain good health. We can live longer without food than water. The reason is simple. Our bodies are about 60% water by weight, and most nutrients move around through our body in water. Water is also the key to elimination of toxins in our body. Even our ability to see, hear, think, sing in the shower, and laugh at life all depend on, you guessed it, water. So to keep all of our systems hydrated and running smoothly, I highly recommend each of us drinking half our body weight in water ounces every single day. No exceptions and no excuses. So for example, if you are 150 pounds, you will need about 75 ounces or roughly 9 cups of water daily. In fact, that's about half a gallon. Now, if you're thinking drinking that much plain water just won't be any fun, I have a solution. Fruit-infused water. When trying to increase your water intake, this fruit-infused water recipe is just what you need. It'll help boost your immune system and slim that belly. So there's a little something here for everyone. So you're going to start with a half a gallon of fresh water, and then you're going to simply slice 1 to 2 lemons. Now, lemons are a natural diuretic, which really helps to remove the excess sodium from our bodies naturally. You want to make sure that you keep the rind on instead of just juicing the lemon, because that's where all that flavor gets infused from. Besides, it makes your water look really pretty too. So next we're going to do a whole cucumber. Again, keeping the rind on because that's where all the flavor comes from. But the cucumber is really what adds a refreshing bite to this recipe. You're going to feel like you are a day at the spa. Just make sure you don't get splashed when you start adding in all your ingredients. So lastly, we're really going to boost up the flavor by adding a handful of fresh mint. You could even get crazy and try peppermint if you wanted. Now, don't be afraid that you're going to end up drinking the leaves. They usually tend to settle at the bottom. You're going to give it a good stir to make sure you get it all in the water. Now, if you wanted to, you could add 1 to 2 teaspoons of sweetener of your choice, but I like mine all natural. So we're going to let this steep overnight in your fridge for in the fridge for a few hours, and you can reuse this 2 to 3 times within 2 to 3 days before you discard it. Now, there's no more excuses for boring water. Try this fruit-infused water to make sure that your water will be fit to drink.
Drinking enough water on a daily basis can really be tough. Giving it some flavor is a great idea. You ought to try it. All right, Deborah, you ready now?
Oh my goodness,
I
yes.
know, huh? And it's spicy.
Oh.
We cheated. We actually tasted a little bit.
This is so yummy. Oh my God.
I love it. And look at the beautiful color it has.
The colors are
That's
absolutely
the color.
excellent.
You know, in old-fashioned terms, crawfish etouffee was nothing more than smothered crawfish.
Absolutely.
That's what it was supposed to be. So, all right, now, traditionally, of course, it's served with white rice. We're trying to get away from that, eat a little bit healthier, okay? So let's look over here for a second, and I'm going to kind of bring, now this is some cooked brown rice that I have.
Okay.
Then we've got the raw, and we have vegetable stock,
Okay.
Even amounts. People always think, gee, I'll put water in with my rice. This is so much better, more flavor, and this
Absolutely.
is no salt, no fat, vegetable stock.
And you get the extra flavor.
Right, you absolutely do. And you know what? It's so easy. If you want to make it at home, you go to the store, you buy one of those little stock packs with all the veggies, boil that down. If someone out there can tell me they can't do that, shame on them, all right? All right, now watch what we do.
All right.
If you'll take the lid off that little pot, what we're going to do,
I got it.
we're going to basically just fill it with our stock, fill it with our rice, then we lid it, put it over medium heat, and boom. So we're not going to go through all that trouble because we're kind of lazy today over here. But what I really thought we would do is saute some flavor into the rice as well.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to take just a little zero fat spray, and it's a blast. No more than that, because if you add more than that, you've defeated the idea, and it's not good for you.
Okay.
Then we're going to throw into the pan some onions first. And they'll brown nicely. Garlic again. So obviously this dish has got quite a bit of garlic, but you know,
a lot of flavor.
You know what's interesting in the taste that we took? You didn't taste a lot of garlic,
no,
did you?
but what we did taste with the little heat from the cayenne,
From the cayenne,
it's a perfect balance.
right.
Absolutely.
So we're going to actually add a little bit, maybe not quite as much to the rice.
Okay.
Because we already made that relatively spicy. All right, some beautiful chopped small cherry tomatoes, just to get some good color. Some black pepper, got to have a little bit of flavor in with our rice.
Absolutely.
And then we're going to slowly add through some chicken stock to kind of brown this.
Oh,
and
wow.
you know what? A lot of people don't realize, let's say that they don't want to use wine to deglaze. Some people just don't want wine in their house. And I understand, okay? We know the alcohol cooks out. But an easy way to deal with that, if you'll grab that little small green bottle with the pour spout, right there, I keep water in this.
Okay.
So now when I come up here, if I want to deglaze, look how simple it is. And the reason being is that you're going to get all that flavor, you know, that browns on that pan, back in there.
Back into the vegetable itself.
And once I do that, I'll throw in some of our parsley and some fresh basil.
I mean, who couldn't resist all of these beautiful colors?
Smell that. Isn't that incredible, too?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, I just
That is
love the
beautiful.
smell of fresh herbs. All right, now we put the cooked rice that I already have done directly in. And all we have to do now is really just kind of stir it up.
Oh, my goodness.
And we'll hold this pretty much on the side. And what a great way to come up with a nice flavorful rice that's so healthy.
And what a great way to serve this with anything that you're
smell
eating.
that?
Oh, my God.
I just got that.
You just caught it.
I know, I just got that little whiff of that fresh parsley and basil.
Oh, wow.
I just love it, though, and it's really an easy way to add more flavor, but keeping it healthy.
Yeah.
You know, and for the person that might want this gluten-free, like we made the sauce, then all they do is substitute a different starch, you know,
Wow.
which really wouldn't be hard to do at all. So we've got kind of a classic etouffee going on with a southern-style rice, but something that's really new.
I mean, and it's just
and flavorful.
gorgeous.
Isn't it
I'm a
neat?
very visual person, so this whole dish coming together is just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and I think that's a big part. You know, we've talked about that on the radio. People eat with their eyes as much as they do their taste buds.
Absolutely.
So you want it to look so pretty.
Well,
you
that's
know?
why I'm hanging out with you. I'm eating with my eyes right now.
All right, well, listen, we are just about set. So what we're going to do on today's Down on the Farm segment, we traveled to Mount Olive, Mississippi to Triple Eaton Farms to see how hydroponic farming works.
Okay.
Something new and old.
Very old, actually.
Yeah.
What drew me to hydroponics is the way that the hydroponic operates, the way it grows, the way it produces, the amount of production you can get from your plants. You're able to feed that plant exactly what it needs for the entire duration of its life cycle. So, of course, I grow indeterminate tomatoes, which means they just keep producing as long as I'm giving them the nutrients that it's got to have. So 6 months from now, this plant will still be just as healthy as it is today. Hydroponic is basically growing without any soil or anything that's biodegradable. And as you can see, we use what you call perlite and vermiculite mix. There's no nutritional value in it at all. So it basically gets what I feed through the system. Now all the different components that you're gonna have, of course, you got to have your bucket system or a bag system to grow in, which you will put your perlite or vermiculite mix in. And as you can see, my system is all computer controlled. So it starts feeding every day from 8 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. And the system that does is all the mixing of the fertilizer is in what I call my pump house. And it basically pumps into a mixing tank. And I just keep up with the EC of that mixture that's feeding the plants. And so that's separate, but it's also a part of the hydroponic system. Well, the thing that people should know about hydroponic and really pay attention to is the quality of fruit that you're gonna get from a hydroponic grower versus that's gonna come off the shelf from being shipped in. And I encourage you to take a hydroponic grown tomato that have been ripened, vine ripened, and get one that's traditional out of the fields and try to get them about the same size and weigh them. And hands down, I guarantee the hydroponic tomato is gonna weigh more because it's got the flavor, the minerals, the juice, and everything that's supposed to be there, it's gonna be in that tomato.
All right, if you want to learn more about Triple Eaton Farms, check out their Facebook page. And I tell you what, Deborah, we're almost drawing to an end, and it's such bittersweet sorrow.
You mean it's time for us to almost go?
Oh, my goodness.
Please tell me you're going to fix something else before we leave.
We are.
Okay.
We're going to do our heirloom tomato salad, and what I do in this, the only item that gets seared are the onions.
Oh, wow.
So what we'll do is take some of the zero fat spray, hit just a slight bit, and then we're going to take these beautiful sliced onions, and you can tell that pan is hot.
Absolutely.
We'll put them right in there.
Did I
Move this
tell
out
you
the way.
that this happens to be my grandmother's favorite salad?
No!
She was a farmer, and we grew fresh tomatoes and cucumbers, so this is absolutely perfect
How
today.
cool.
Absolutely.
No, I had no idea. The only thing I am going to do is take a little pinch of our black pepper, put on this side, and then we can throw everything else into the bowl. Beautiful. Look at those tomatoes, how pretty they are, huh? These are cored and sliced cucumbers, okay? All healthy. Little bit of green onion, not much, really about a teaspoon. About the exact same of basil.
Oh,
and I'm going to have
wow.
you, before we end, grab some fresh basil leaves off of our plant behind you.
Oh, great.
Which is really kind of neat. Then we've got vegetable stock instead of oil.
Okay.
And instead of vinegar,
We're going to use the lemon.
a lemon. All right, so we've got all the kind of flavoring that you would expect. And this is a really good one. And then we'll pop some of our pepper.
Just a little pepper.
Just a little in there, not much. Again, that's about a half a teaspoon. So now we want to take this and hope that they have, I can tell. Look at that. That's all you want.
I love that char. That's beautiful.
Nothing more than that. That's all you really need. And then I tell you, we're going to be almost done. No. But this is such a great dish. So you just kind of carefully toss it into what that very healthy dressing is, making sure everything gets a little coating of the stock. I just love using stock instead of oil because, I mean, think about it. If you had a tablespoon or two, that's 20 grams of fat.
And you know what else I love? I love the citrus smell of the lemons because I can smell it from over here. It's just
all right,
amazing.
so now we can put our warm onion in there. We'll turn that temperature off.
It's almost time to eat.
I know. Isn't that aroma of the tomato in there wonderful as well? So really, all we do is just lightly toss it through. And you know, some people like to eat the onion completely raw. To me, giving it that little bit of char
Just a tiny
changes the entire flavor. It really does. All right, so we have like the gigantic plate. And I will show you why. We're going to take this magnificent rice.
Beautiful rice.
Okay, and we're going to set it right in the center. And think about it, that's a half a cup of rice.
Oh, wow.
So it's really not much. And when you're looking and counting calories, and it's natural, you know, in that we're using brown rice instead of white rice, so it has definite value. We can move all of these out of the way, because right now we get ready for the real fun, huh? And I left this one side wide open so that we can come here. Oh my gosh, huh?
Yum.
And look at the brown color.
That
is
so
what we were looking
beautiful.
for.
Oh my gosh.
So now you got just this incredible meal. And then all we do is on this side, set our base down. If we can, get our onions and our cucumber on the bottom is how I try to do it. And then take and put our tomato right on top across. And if you want to go grab a couple leaves of basil.
Absolutely.
All right, and now listen. Obviously, you're not going to remember all these recipes, so you can go to our website at mpbonline.org/fit-to-eat or join our Facebook page, MPB Fit to Eat. So please do. It's a wonderful way to get all of these fantastic recipes and actually make them as simply as we did. Now watch this. All you do, just take that last little bit, and then, isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Fresh basil off the set. And I just set it right here on top.
What a
And
gorgeous
I tell you what,
plate.
that is a serious meal. So listen, I'd like to thank our guest, Debra Hunter. You can catch her show, Deep South Dining, on MPB Think Radio at 10 a.m. on Mondays.
Absolutely.
And I'm Chef Rob Stinson.
And
Eat
I'm
well.
hungry.
You're hungry. Have a great day.